Hello, what's up guys? Your boy DTRU is here and welcome to another Lord of NAZARICK video. And in today's video guys, we finally worked on this tier list, on the shiny tier list, and we are bringing it to you guys. This is the shiny tier list for Lord of NAZARICK game, including all the character released until this day in China. We are going to make a list and put them all, which one is broken, which one is so good, which one is bad, and which one is not, considering all these characters right here. So I hope you enjoyed the video and watch it till the end. So let's begin. So basically we are going to start with our first character, which is Zeshi. Zeshi without any like without saying anything, she is literally so broken. She is definitely an SS character. The amount of numbers she can do on the targets is literally so big. She does a lot of damage PvE and PvP. She's one of the best rangers in the game, especially against bosses. She literally can melt bosses in PvE content. So she is really broken, really good. In PvP also she really proved to be very good. She is in the meta PvP right now in China. She can be used alongside some PvP units. So it's basically an SS character that she will be really good for a while. She will abuse PvP and she will be really useful in a lot of PvE content. She will be basically your biggest numbers of damage on PvE and on PvP as well. And then we will move down now for Demiurge. Demiurge is a tank bleed character and he is an S character. He is so strong, so good. Until now he's still used in PvP in China, and he can be used in PvE for bleed teams. For example, you want a bleed team for this PvE content, you can use him. And in PvP he like applies a lot of bleed on the enemy. He can tank your team and he is really good as doing his job as a knight. Most of people using him to abuse how tanky and his bleeds. So he is literally an S. He is not an SS because there's better characters, of course, but he is literally an S, literally a good character and really a strong one. And then now we go for our crocodile right here, Yuse. He is definitely an SS. The reason why he is an SS, he is not a strong or overpowered or broken character, but he is an SS because he is in most of the like meta PvP in China. He will be your stall character. This character can freeze up to two people at the same time, taking two debuffs from all the targets that in front of him. So he can steal buffs, he can freeze one character 100%, and he can freeze the other with a probability, so you can freeze two characters. He is mostly used to stall for stall DPS. For example, I'm gonna give you an example on China and Global. Like the example for Global is like Gazev, Sebas, the characters who needs a little bit of stall for them to build their passives. And the example in China, it's like Dark Horse Momon or Dark Nabe, for example. He is mostly used for these two now in China, so he can really help let them like give them time to stall and bring their passive, make themselves powerful. So he is definitely an SS character because he can literally stall a lot for you to build your characters. And now we go for the CZ tank. She is also an SS character. She is used in most of the PvP lineups as well. Like all of the SS characters are units that is so strong in PvP and PvE, alright? Not only PvP or PvE, but their most usage is in PvP. Alright, especially Yuse and CZ. CZ is a really amazing tank character. She gives a lot of damage reduction to your team. She marks the enemy team, implying a lot of debuffs on them, like lower their damage reduction, make them take more damage than they should be. And when she marks an enemy, she can also when an ally attack from your characters, she might also attack the smart character with a basic, dealing some damage. So she is literally really good with her debuffs and her buffs for of the whole team. And now we move for Hamaske. Hamaske is also an SS, 100% an SS. He will be used in a lot of metas that you are going to use. This guy is really good. He gives you a lot of defense, a lot of reduction, a lot of resistance. Like he can make your team so tanky, gives the team a lot of debuffs for defense and boosting your team to be stronger, and also making the enemy take more damage than they should take, attack damage or magic damage. He can apply this on them, which they will take more damage than your allies should do. So definitely an SS character in PvP. These two are used together most of the time. So broken, really broken. And now we go for our Dark Host Momon, definitely in SS as well. I'm going to speak like most of the people are. There's a lot of units that are going to be in the SS because these people are now, until now, are abusing PvP, and the strongest and the most used characters in PvP, just so you know. So basically, the Dark Horse Momon is literally Sebas and Gazev combined together. His kit, but the kit is different. His kit is that he consumes his own HP to deal a lot amount of damage. He can chase as well, and he can inflict burn on a single target. He's all about single target. He's a dark ranged. So he consumes his HP to break the enemy's physical defense and do a lot of chase damage. And he also can like inflict burn, like we said. Really strong and amazing character. He needs a little bit like of stall to build his passive, but when you make him build it, like he is a beast and a monster, and he is used in mostly all of the whales lineups and PvP. And then we will go to Clementine. Clementine is like so freaking strong. She is going to S. She is the invincible immunity character. She can make with her second skill, she can make one character invincible. She gives a big amount of heals for all your team. Like she gives a lot of heals, and she make a person invincible with her second skill, give him immunity as well, so he cannot get debuffed. And she will heal a lot. She is really good and really powerful in PvP and in PvE. Really strong healer character for your lineups. And now we go for the first anniversary Aribedo, and without saying, of course, also the SS tier. She is perfect, literally the best support in the whole game. She can be like she can do some numbers because she have an S on her attack. Like her ultimate, she deals AoE damage, and she deal between 30 to 40k sometimes, depends on how you build her. And she will heal your team as well with this. She will give two people, is her passive. She doesn't have to do any skill. Her passive is she will give two people invincibility. Alright, it doesn't matter if it's her or other people. She will give two units like invincible for 2 rounds. Okay, for 2 rounds will be invincible. She will make them immune to any debuffs. And in her second skill, she can also give shields to your team. Basically, the best support healer in the game. A lot of shields, a lot of invincibility, immunity. There's nothing she doesn't give. Attack boost, a lot of stuff that she does. Literally an SS character. And then we go for Nabe. Nabe is also an SS character. She is really broken and good. She can literally one-shot anyone when you build her up, but she's the same as Momon, so they cannot be played together. You either play the Nabe team or the Darkhurst Momon team. They need Ryuse in their team on any units that can stall for them to build their passive, and they will be so strong when they build their passive. She can deal a big amount of damage as well. Really strong warrior. She's going to be dark and warrior. And she is so broken. Similar to Dark Horse Moment in damage wise and in how good she is. And now we go for our boy Kakaitis. Our boy Kakaitis is, without saying anything, he is really strong as well. He's going to the S tier. He like because he is dependable on the 6 stars, or if you have him 6 stars, he can give another ally immortality for 1 round, so he can survive himself and an ally for 1 turn, which is makes him really powerful and in the S tier. Most of people still use him until now, but with these characters here, he is optional now, not like the others, but he is definitely a big character and so strong character and can be used and can dominate in PvP as well. And now we go for the Spirit Force, the Demon Spirit Force. She is definitely an S character. She is going to be one of the best units for turn meter alongside Mare, the original Mare, and the Idol Charioteer. Now you have one more character that she have a lot of debuffs. She can literally boost your team turn meter, and she reduce the enemy turn meter, and she will make one character of them go to sleep, but it's like a paralyze or a stun. It's a sleep, they cannot use anything, and she deals a lot of damage. She can deal a lot of damage. So she is literally a very good and strong character and probably deserve the S in here. And now we go for Victim. Victim is Victim. Victim literally is your special four orbs nuke character. He can literally wipe, and he deals the best numbers in AoE damage. He can deal up to 200k of damage when he sacrifices himself and deal his AoE X skill. He can literally wipe everyone. Okay, so this character is really strong and a must-have in your lineups. So strong in PvP, really broken in PvP, and also good can be good for PvE. Now for solution, of course, solution is also going to be in S in here. Solution is going to be your mage. Is she like they mostly play them together with her because also solution can reduce the enemy turn meter and boost also your turn meter. She can make them heal less. She will take 15% of how much they can heal, and she can also put some debuffs on them, really annoying. And her both skills are AoE and they deal good amount of damage, so she is really strong and they can be used together for your AoE nukes. So really strong and good mage in here. And now we go for our bleed character in Toma. In Toma is definitely in A. She is between A and B. She is not usable at all in PvP, but she is a bleed character for your bleed meta in the PvE. So if you want to go a bleed team, she is definitely so good. She power up all the bleed damage and she have a lot of bleed in her kit. Like she gives a lot of bleed similar to Kokaitis, but she is like you can say a little bit stronger. So she's literally a PvE character only. Like she hardly been used on PvP unless some people have a full bleed team idea, but like they are not that optional and they are not that efficient. And now we go for event limited banner Lupus Regina. Of course, she is an S character. She is not so good in PvP, sadly, as well. She is so strong though in PvE. The amount of bleed damage she can deal is massive. She's really needed for your bleed team. She will make your the bleed team fly. Like this is how strong she is. She's going to be for a while in the PvP, dealing good amount of damage and abusing a little bit, but she will later fall off, and she can come to an A as well to be only PvE usage. But she is literally so strong and needed. Never skip any event limited banner in the game. And now we go for Renner. Renner is going to be in the A tier. Renner is still usable until now in China in PvP, but she is mostly used for baits just to test the water in PvP in China, or just used because they're out of characters. Like she will not be so efficient because Alibedo and Clementine is so much better at their job than her. And as well as we were going to speak about it, like Charioteer, she is going to replace her and she is going to give more shields than her. So she will be alright, but she will fall off for PvP, hardly being used. But she's still not bad, so we're going to leave her in the A right here. And then we are going for Charioteer as well. We are going to put her in the S because this Charioteer, if you don't know, this Charioteer is literally a Renner upgraded, like Renner plus, if we might say it. She gives a lot of shields and some boost of the speed meter, but mainly she's used for how much buffs she can give for your team. A lot of defense buffs and shields. She give a lot of shields. She can literally give you more shield than any tank can give. So she is used in a lot of teams. You can use her to give your team a lot of shields. In case you don't want to use a tank, you want to go for example 3 DPS just for fun, and you want to put her there. She will literally be as strong as a tank, like shield wise. Okay, and then we go for Healer Mare. Healer Mare is going to be in the A right here. Healer Mare is really good and strong, but hardly used in the PvP in China. And what all this tier list and what I'm speaking is today. Okay, we are speaking about today. So at this day, Mare is not used anymore. He is going to fall and not be used so much because like I said, better healers are here. Like when Alibedo comes and was Clementine and Alibedo, people will hardly use any other healers, but some people run Alibedo and Clementine in one team, so they use these in other teams probably. But they mostly focus on Shalatier more than them, so that's why they are in the A, because they will hardly be used in PvP, but in PvE they're still good and can do good damage. And now we go for the Penguin. Penguin is definitely a B tier. Like he is a good, he have a good amount of healing, damage reduction, and some stuff. But he wasn't really used at all in PvP. He was hardly used in PvP for China. And in PvE he can be good, but like with these healers, he is out of the option. Like I don't really like him personally as well. He can like clean your toilets and stuff. Very good for that job. And now we go for Yuri. Yuri is also going to be in the B tier with him as well. She will now be a little bit used in global for some counter team. She can be a little bit good, but she will fall off fast. She will be hardly used later on when these characters are there. She will never be used on PvP at all. She's only usable now, and she needs inventing. Like you need to invest in her and make her 6/6, and it's not worth at all because she will fall. And even if she's fully invested on, she cannot compete because there is no counter team in the future. With these units like here, there is no counter team that can work against them. People don't run counter team anymore, so this is why she falls off to B. And now for Ryu's wife, Splashy Lulu, something like that, her name. She is also going to be in the B tier. She is similar to him. And also similar to Henry. She give attack boost and she give damage reduction and a good amount of healing. She is not bad for PvE. You can use her, but she's not used at PvP at all. Hardly being used at PvP. And then we go for Aura. Even with 6/6 Aura later on, she will also fall off for the B tier and she will not be used at all, but she can still be used until now for a shock team in PvE if you want to play her. So she is between A and B, depends on how invested she are and depends on the content. And then we're going to talk about Pistonia. Pistonia is also going to be between B and C tier, but we're going to put her in C now. She will fall off and she will hardly be used anywhere because these healers are going to provide so much better than she can give. But she gave a lot for us for global players until now. She is really strong. She helped us clear a lot of stuff, so she did her job, but sadly with the new units she have no place at all and she will hardly be used at all. And even in China list they put her here, but I'm not going to do that for my how. I'm going to leave her in the C. And now for Alibedo, the ranged Alibedo, the maid. She's definitely in A. She will never be used in PvP as well. No, there's no PvP units that fall around her. But in PvE, she will still be useful. Very good single assist character and really strong character. And we all know what Alibedo does. Her assist damage is really good and powerful. So we're going to put her in the A with the PvE teams that are right here. Gazev D, and don't change my mind. Definitely a D. I don't care how much they build him and they make him a broken. He is definitely a D and he will not even be remembered at all later on. Like definitely a trash character. I would never like replace him from here. Literally a trash and hardly used for any content, even in PvE. Only if you 6-6 him, maybe he comes here. Maybe, just maybe. And now for Nigrudo, we are going to put her in the B. She is so strong and good in PvE, also hardly used in PvP. She can be used for PvP if someone wanna enjoy, maybe like she does some damage, she does silence, she boosts her own turn meter when she gets hit. Like we all seen her on holy runes and stuff. She is not really bad, but she's not really good. She is normal good and she can be used in some content in PvE. So we're going to keep her in B content. And also for the Pandora, his name, yes, Pandora actor. He's going to be also in B tier. He is a good, like, or no, actually it's in C. Like he is definitely same as Pistonia. He will never be used at all. And later on, not PvE or PvP. Some people might use him just for, they have build teams around him, but basically, on general, he is literally a C. And then we go for PDL. PDL is definitely in A. PDL is going to be used in PvE mostly, hardly used in PvP. There is no place for him in the PvP, not even now in global. Like he is used but not that used in PvP. But he is the strongest tank in PvE, so he's not going to be below A. Yes, he is going to be in A. I wanted to put him on S, but that's not fair. Let's just put him in A. I really love the character and he is really strong. He literally can tank your team, purify your team from debuffs, like literally a monster in PvE, and I really love him. And now for Shalatir, she is going to be definitely an S character. Shalatir in PvP until now still can be used for some damage share character, even though most of these characters right here don't care about damage share and can count on her, but she can still be placed in some teams and do some usable, like she can be usable in PvP, and in PvE she's always usable and really strong as well. And then we go for Mare. Mare is definitely also an A. He would not be so much used in PvP, but he still is always an option for the turn meter. And in PvE, it will always be used. Until now, you can use him alongside the Spirit Demon, for example, Solution. If you use these in Charioteer, for example, just for fun, the enemy team will not even think of moving. Alright, so is still good and usable. And then we go for Kakaites. He is going to be a B tier because Intoma is going to be better than him, and Lupus Regina. Like he will hardly have a place in the Bleed team, but he still can be used, so we're going to put him in the B. Demiurge is going to be C in here. You will never see Demiurge in your life, neither in PvE or PvP, unless some people wanna the burn team in PvE. Okay, and there is a lot of burn, a lot of people who inflict burn. But let's actually just put him in B. Let's not underestimate him so much. Let's put him in the B. He can be used. Depends, but PvP never. Don't even think about it. But PvE depends on the contents. Sebas, he will be next to Gazef. He is less trash, but I'm gonna put him next to Gazef so they can hang out together and do some stuff. And now we go for Evil Eye. Evil Eye is going to be between B and C. Evil Eye will be she will be replaced by Solution in PvE. And in PvP she would never be used anymore, like hardly used. She will not be able to do anything much in PvP. So we are going to place her in C right here. And then for Aura, the same. She is a good chase character, but with Dark Horse Momon and even like Momon, she is no better than them, and she will not be used at all in PvP. Even now, she's hardly used in PvP. She can be good a little bit in PvE on chase stuff, but she's literally a C. Momon is stronger and can be better in a lot of content. And for Shalatir, she will also be a C character. Like I've never used her, and she's never used in PvP. And in PvE, like a defense down team, she can be used there, but she's like not so good. There is so much better than her, so we're going to put her in the C. And for Momon, he is going to be in the B tier because the Dark Horse is going to be a plus as well version of him, but he still can be in B in here and usable in some PvE content in case you don't have this moment right here. Also him, he will be so good and he is so broken as well, but we will leave him in the B. And for Night Alibedo, she's going to be in A. Her taunt is always so good and so amazing and can help you a lot in PvE. She can be used, but that is like 10% in PvP. Like hardly seen her. So hardly to see her. But in PvE, her taunt will always help and her shields when you get her to 6-6. So definitely a good character to have. And now for this character was made by Overlord, and she was going to be like, let's say between the B tier and the C tier. She is good and she is strong, but she's only usable in PvE. Her kit is not like good at all for PvP. I've never seen anyone use her in PvP. So I'm going to put her in the C actually. She will shine a little bit when she comes, but I think that she falls off afterwards, the same as Yuri. But she is definitely good. She is not bad. And when she comes, we will have a better translation on her skills because we hardly seen what she does 100% yet. But we're going to leave her in the C in here right now. And when we make sure, we will update it and put her somewhere else. So this is basically, guys, all the SSR character. Don't ask me for SR characters because it's really not worth the time. There's no SR characters in PvP will have any place in China right now. Like there's no way. So there is no SR character to put in PvE. There is some good characters, but our main course is about PvP mostly because this is what everyone cares about mostly. So basically this is the tier list for all the SSR that will come into the game until this day, and this is how good they are and how strong they are. We explain all about them. This is your tier list, guys. I've been working for weeks now just to make this tier list, try to like to see here, test there, and see everything about this tier list. And here I finally present it to you. I hope it helps you have a glimpse and understand how the meta is going to work. All the SS tiers in here were going to be abused in PvP. Until now they are used and so strong. All the S also can be used and also so strong in PvP and PvE as well. And the A is PvE mostly, like from A to C, like to D. They are mostly used in PvE. They are not used in PvP at all anymore. But definitely the A and the B are still usable and good and can be used in some content. So this is the video for you guys. This is the tier list that I come up with. If you have any suggestions and if you have any questions or anything I didn't cover in this video, please feel free to ask me. And one last thing before I tell you goodbye. This tier list is made based on China PvP, alright, Muslim PvE. It depends on China and it is mostly my personal tier list, so no one comes and start comparing and tell me you put this on C and you put this on B. I'm telling you it's from China, and after all of these broken character came out, of course they will be in C and B because they will have no place anymore because these characters are so much stronger. So please don't come and put me this negative comments in the comment section telling me, oh, you put the Evil Eye in C. Oh, yes, I put them there because they are nowhere near this character, and when they come out you will understand what I mean. So this was all for the video, guys, and thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your boy DTRU was with you guys. Peace.